Back everyone, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that short break as we are jumping back into our quarterfinals of the PiGosaur Monday number 17. And before I get ahead of myself, I should give a big shout out to a new patron. Baby gal, we got a new patron today. Thank you so much to our new and all patrons, really. So thank you so much for the support. We do appreciate it. Again, all the money that we make on Patreon, it all goes straight towards our tournaments. It goes straight towards events like Duckling Open, Master Swan Open, and Sparkling Tunic Cup. So thank you so much for the support as we are jumping into our fresh series, our best of 3, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, in the left-hand corner of Ley Lines, we have the blue Protoss player, the blue Protoss from land of Poland, representing Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the red Protoss. It is ReBellioN. And if you're in the chat, it is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will take the series. Best of luck in the chat as predictions are underway. And again, this can go either way. Coming into this, I do favor Gerald. I do favor Gerald here in this initial series, but it's a PvP. Anything can happen. And we have seen ReBellioN cause upsets already. I mean, again, I was favoring Percival in that last series, but ReBellioN, he popped off. He did pop off, and I want to believe he can pop off again. I want to believe. Yo, shout to Este Luna C, Papi. Annyeong Haseyo. What's going on? Why do I not see Luna C on the bracket? Am I blind? Hold on. I see ReBellioN. I see Farmy. Farmy played today. Where was Luna C? Smooch. Good to see you though. As always. Good to see you. As always. Hope you're doing well. Hope to see you in our next tournaments. Hope to see you. As for now, we have our workers scouting across the map. It's going to be a 2-gate opener. 2-gate opener out of ReBellioN. Likewise, 2-gate opener out of Gerald. Gerald going for a standard opener into Sentry Stalker. Meanwhile, we have a much more aggressive start here with a double Stalker opener of ReBellioN. Interesting. Now, with the double Stalker opener, we could go for a 3rd and 4th Stalker behind this to commit across the map, to reinforce, and to be hyper aggressive. We'll keep an eye on ReBellioN for the next set of units. Oh, Jesus, that's all the pylon blocks. Oh my god. There we go, the Stalkers, they actually are revealed. Yeah, both shots went off. Pylon's going to be targeted down. And it looks like ReBellioN, he is not making extra units, he is waiting for the expansion. And Nexus on the way. Bases are being taken. Hallucination moving out. More sentries on the way from Gerald and ReBellioN. Following this probe, we do have a proxy being set across the map. The pylon is thrown down. We can set up our proxy gateway or just a reinforcement point. We'll keep an eye on ReBellioN. Does he open Twilight Council? Ooh, Robo. Robo open out of ReBellioN into Immortal production. And he could be hiding his extra gateways. I'm curious. We'll keep an eye on him. ReBellioN moving out. Poking in. Oh, that's a force shields that will lock him down. They force a recall. And he catches one Stalker. Massive pick off. Stalker goes down. ReBellioN going for a delay proxy Stargate. That I was not expecting. I was expecting a gateway, maybe a Twilight Council, a hidden Dark Shrine, just reinforcement point, but a Stargate was not on the list. Interesting. Okay. Very committed here. I mean, it's very tech heavy, considering we open up Robo into Immortal, then into Oracle Harass as well. We'll see if this is worth it. Now, because this is so much later, this will catch Geralt off guard. True, that's the added advantage, is it hits later. Because of that, you're not ready for it. Ideally, at least. As Geralt is not ready in the main, he did scout the Robo. He believes he is safe against any kind of oracles, as there shouldn't be any. It would be inefficient for there to be an oracle. And it is inefficient, but it's happening. It's happening nonetheless. And Geralt setting up his own proxy. This should be for a gateway, not for a Stargate. Should emphasize that as well. Oracle about to pop. Immortal Cannon's building up here for ReBellioN. Blink is still halfway done for Geralt. But he does have an army in position, or he does have some units here, a double sentry and a stalker. Oracle dives in and is deflected immediately. Gerald will chase. Will chase this down. Force the stasis. I mean, I'm just most impressed here that there were units ready for this. I wouldn't have expected that. And I'm sure ReBellioN wasn't either. And just like that, the initial Oracle opener doesn't do anything. It was a big commitment. Now, this Oracle still has a lot of utility. Can throw down a lot of stasis traps back at home with the NG overcharge as well. And there it is. Meanwhile, Gerald going for the proxy. Now, this should just be to reinforce. To go for a depth harass. Stargate gets found. Nice cleanup here out of the Gerald. Does clean this up. Moving out. As he's coming across the map, he does have a massive Stalker army. Stasis goes off. Just on the one probe. There's a hallucination. We have 3 immortals. Let's go for the dive. Hallucination tanks away. Tanks a volley. Oh my god. But despite that, there's plenty. Yeah, there's plenty of Stalkers. They wasted a shot on the hallucination, but it doesn't matter as he gets every single immortal. And with that, Gerald will snowball out of control. Take down every Stalker. There's 2 Stalkers left. And just 2 Stalkers. They do escape. And the third base is going to be shut down. From here, Gerald snowballing out of control. Again, this was a big investment to go for the proxy Stargate. Was not worth it in the end whatsoever. Was not worth it. And with that, Gerald, he has broken the natural. Force ramp. GG gets called, and Gerald, he will take a 1-0 lead in the series. GG. Does take lead in the series. Again, a strong performance there out of Gerald. Nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy, just straight up a blink play into the proxy across the map, into reinforcing. Alas, we did see that ReBellioN was trying to be a little bit cheeky with his build, but he was caught with his pants down. Or I should say that the investment wasn't quite worth it. The Oracle didn't really get anything done. If we saw a big stasis trap connecting back at home, then maybe could have held, but alas, big maybe on that one. Wasn't worth it. GG. GG, well played. And with that, we're now getting into game number 2. Gerald does take a lead in the series, but we'll see if ReBellioN can force the ace match. We'll see if he can bring it back. And bring it home. Let's go. So here we go. We're getting into game number 2. It's going to be on Whispers of Gold. So just having some fun. And Gerald, who was trying to get into the player slots. Wasn't being allowed in. But here we go. We're getting into game number 2 here. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the Polish Protoss player. Again, representing Streamer Zone and whatever this is. Oh, he's giving him praise for the build. He's giving him praise for it. Let's go. For Streamer Zone, it is Gerald. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, down in the series. It is ReBellioN. Okay. I like that he's explaining it because, again, I was surprised myself that he was in position to deflect anything in the main. Because remember, Gerald, he scouted the Robo, and you never go Stargate after the Robo. Like, it's just, as I mentioned, it's inefficient, right? It's inefficient, hits later. But Gerald's just showing off that, or explaining, of course, that he also wasn't expecting it, was getting ready for War Prism perhaps instead, and just happened to be in position for the Oracle. And that led into that, I mean, that snowballed out of control, of course, from there. But it is really cool to see the Gerald's giving respect to ReBellioN for the build. And I don't think he's saying that he's going to do it this game, but in general, he's saying that, oh, like, I'm willing to try it out, like, against another player another time. And because there's potential there, for sure. Like, again, it's a shame that Gerald was ready for a War Prism at the time, but that isn't always going to be the case in these matchups. It's definitely a world where it can work. Let's go. Shout out to Gerald. Shout out to Gerald. Also, what am I looking at here? What's happening? Why is happening? Oh, is that Sal? Is that... Wait, is that up a tree? I didn't even know. Sal's S4? Question mark? So now 2-gate opener out of ReBellioN, 2-gate opener out of Gerald. Once again, a standard start out of a Polish player. Meanwhile, we do have ReBellioN going Stalker into Adept. Going for a bit of a more different opener here, very middle of the road as well. Stalker can deal with the pylon, Adept can shade across the map. With one Adept, you can't really get much damage done, but you can threaten the shade into the main. Can threaten that shade. Isn't it the salsa tequila? Is it the salsa tequila fan? Oh, salsa. Oh, then what am I looking? That's not. What am I looking at though? What? You thermal, explain. I see. So I guess it's Euthermal's clan, not Sal. Salsa. I need an explanation. But now ReBellioN going for the Cybercore block. Does go for the block. We'll delay the expansion a little bit further. ReBellioN opening up Robo once again. Meanwhile, Gerald's going for the Twilight Council. So far, very similar to the previous game. Very similar. Hold up. Okay, hold up. Why does Sal not have a does he have a salsa emote? And if not, why not? Like, that's just on brand. Give me a salsa. Este Alpatry. Just saying, if that is the thing, it should be a thing. As Gerald, he does catch Stalker. Stalker goes down. Ooh, Adept as well. Shield battery under fire. ReBellioN taking a lot of hits early on, and the shield battery is going to go down. Thankfully, there's a second. Oh. Tries to lock down the sentry. Is going to be forced back. Adept shading in. Does commit. It does commit to the shade, and we'll take down one sentry. Gets one. And barely the other as well. In the end, still a better trade for Gerald. Oh, locking down that Stalker. Has to get the hell out of here. Can he get away? Oh my god, just barely. Does get away. Immortal has arrived, and we can settle in. We can settle into our game state here. Building up the Immortal count. Shield battery is done. Second Immortal's on the way. And Gerald backs up. Whew. Oh my god, looking at the trades here, this was still a better trade for Gerald, as ReBellioN did lose extra minerals. Lost the pylon, lost the shield battery. Lost the Adepts in the Stalker. So a better trade for the blue Protoss player. And from here, we can now build back up. Now again, the advantage that Gerald is going to have is going to be Blink. Blink is finishing up. The advantage for ReBellioN is building up that Immortal count. He has 2 Immortals so far. He's got the Prism on the way. He can soon move out. And we'll see how hard he commits. As he's getting a 3rd gateway to reinforce. He's pushing. Doesn't have Salfa. Oh no. Este Sal. Zan does push out. Ooh, nice control out of ReBellioN. Does save the Stalker. ReBellioN is committing here into a 2-way soul in. He has 3 gateways behind this. Can warp in 3 units at a time. Has a lot of sentries. The blink is done for Gerald. He can avoid those force fields. Speaking of, shuts down one of the sentries, gets a stalker as well. Nice pickups. Takes out a sentry, a stalker. Trading with the army, diving on the prism. Prism will survive just barely. Oh my god. Does survive, getting his own immortal. Prism is going to be zoned away. And it's going to be a one-way trip here for ReBellioN. Ooh, does break through though. Yeah, he's barely breaking through. It looks like he has maybe done it. The boys are being pulled. 2 stalkers left. They're coming from behind, going for the immortal. The immortal's so close to going down. One more volley, and it will fall, but at a cost. Gerald bleeding out probes. Collapsing on these stalkers. Leading out 15 workers. Ay, ay, ay. And it looks like Gerald, he holds. Just barely does hold on. Chasing down reinforcements. Gerald, he's down to 28 workers. But he has momentum. Gerald has blink. Gerald has stalkers. He has 6 stalkers to 2. And ReBellion's pinned against the wall. ReBellioN getting another immortal. That was still a very close fight. Could have gone either way. And Gerald, he can poke in, but behind this, getting a third. He's expanding. He's expanding. He's taking charge on the way as well. Love to see a forge. Potentially too greedy. So now we'll retreat. We'll retreat, diving into the main. And ReBellioN is out of position. Again, he just has such an immobile army. Boys being pulled away. Being out 5 workers. And from here, he just rotates. He just rotates over and over again. Just pulling ReBellioN apart. He just cannot keep up. As Gerald just getting further ahead. And ReBellioN should be forced into a second all-in. This should just be a second all-in here, building up more immortals. And eventually pushing. Does get 3 probes. Takes down 3 workers across the map. Glaives on the way. This confirms 2 base all-in. It's going to be mass immortal with Glaive Adept. I mean, he will have a hefty army. The pilot, no, the Artillery pilot. The Artillery pilot going to be going down. Massive pickup, depowering the 2 gates and the Robo. And from here, does recall back home. Does get the hell out of there. Building up his own army. ReBellioN is getting an expansion, but again, he doesn't tend to commit. Likewise, Gerald being proactive. He moves out. Does move out. And Gerald, he's not making probes. He could be. He could just macro from here. But Gerald's also committing. There we go. Does make a way for 3 probes. Does push. ReBellioN, he's at his 3rd. He's at his 3rd base. Gerald coming in from behind. Bearing in mind, recall's on cooldown. He just recalled. He's diving into the main. Speaking of recall, ReBellioN recalling into the main base as well. Which means the immortal's exposed. It's gonna go down for free. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. The immortal, the stalker, the adept. 3rd base should fall. At the same time, ReBellioN going for an adept counterattack. Ooh, Prism goes down. And can he get the expansion? Not quite. Does race back. Remember, Gerald, he didn't really make too many probes. Did cut workers earlier on. Shading to the natural. Being cleaned up. ReBellioN at this point, again, he's all in. I mean, he was already all in. But there's nothing else behind this. Oh. Locking down one of the immortals, not bad. Does lock it down. Gerald pulling away at the same time. Zelze busts into the main. Probes are falling left and right. And he's forced to engage, losing another immortal. He just commits though. He commits, blinks forward, takes down 1. There's 1 immortal left. Gerald playing it safe, pulling back, does pull away, and GG gets called as 20 workers go down in the main. And Gerald, he will claim this series 2-0, advancing on to the semi-finals. GG. GG, well played. Gerald, he will claim the series. Again, he was in the driver's seat for the most part of this series as well. We had some interesting builds out of ReBellioN, especially in game 1, seeing the proxy Stargate, delayed proxy Stargate after the robot opener. Again, clearly a lot of thought put into it. Here in game number 2, a little bit less so here. We had an early push, an early move out, but we saw that again, ReBellioN got completely shut down. It was a close fight, I should say. It was a close fight at the natural. I'm referring to the moment that ReBellioN hallucinated a immortal and he did move in and he committed into the natural, but alas, he did get cleaned up in the end, just barely, as Gerald was forced to pull the boys. He lost like 16 probes, but did survive, did hold. GG. GG, well played. With that, we are advancing on here to the next round, to the semi-finals. Let's go. Let us go.